Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Begin. You are a structural engineer with Atkins Building and Design of Epsom, presently based on the Hinkley Point C nuclear power station site, open brackets HPC, close brackets, as part of an integrated design team engaged in client liaison and design management, and coordination duties. Your report covered your earlier design work at Hinkley Point at HPC on the reinforced concrete design of the volute chamber and other parts of the main pump building, a complex structure involving a large number of non-standard rebar shapes, your more recent client liaison role on the project, and your site resident engineer role on the Wood Wharf high-rise commercial and residential development at Canary Wharf, and your STEM activities. Your presentation focused on your client liaison role at HPC in the UK and in France. Your reviewers thought you were an engaging, articulate and knowledgeable candidate who gave a good presentation and satisfactory, sometimes very good answers to questions on all attributes by your reviewers from their reading of your report, viewing your presentation and the discussion during your interview. Your reviewers are happy to recommend that you be invited to become a chartered engineer with the Institution of Civil Engineers. C1. You described your role and duties on the integrated design team on HPC, which included defining the design scope for the Atkins team, identifying and managing changes, and ensuring that in the construction of the works designed, the designer's intentions were fully addressed. You explained how, in a very large concrete pour of a heavily reinforced raft, you had ensured the thermal effects were properly allowed for in the rebar detailing and managed the change in rebar sizes to utilise the bar sizes that the contractor had pre-ordered. You also described your design of the volute chamber involving many non-standard rebar shapes and how you had, open brackets, unsuccessfully, close brackets, attempted to persuade the contractor client to incorporate a permanent form of stainless steel or GRP sheathing in the volute chamber. On the Wood Wharf job, you explained how you had amended at the site the rebar detailing for the exposed soffit to the RC penthouse slabs and to the penthouse ring beam, to reduce congested reinforcement that simplified rebar fixing, was safer to install and allowed easier concrete placement. Your reviewers were satisfied that you met the requirements of attribute 1, knowledge and understanding of engineering. C2. Comments are included in 1 above. Your reviewers are satisfied that you met the requirements of the attribute 2, technical and practical application of engineering. C3. On HPC, you managed the integration of the Atkins team with the lead designers, with the contractor client, the lead designers, you liaised with your contractor client and the lead designer in France and at HPC, expedited changes in design on HPC and Wood Wharf. Stop. You compared the benefits of 3D RC detailing at HPC and Wood Wharf and concluded that such advanced BIM techniques were not always the most appropriate. Continue. You expedited changes in the design on HPC and Wood Wharf with lead designers, other professionals and tradesmen using an admirable process of discussion, persuasion and collaboration. On the Wood Wharf job, you were directly responsible for 3 graduate RE staff whose activities you guided and mentored. Your reviewers were satisfied you met the requirements of management of attribute 3, management and leadership. C4. As mentioned in one above, you amended on-site reinforcement details to make them more secure, easier to fix and safer to fix, and to ease concrete placement. Gaining the approval of the designer beforehand and steel fixers, despite the additional work involved and the risks of delays to program and costs, which in fact were never realised. Stop. This was a typical example of your collaborative but independent judgment and responsibility, and reviewers felt that you had adequately met the requirements of this attribute. Stop.